Hi, me again, recommending, instead of CDs, recommending music books that you might like to give someone for a Christmas present. As I said before, every week I do CD reviews for the Sunday Mercury newspaper in Birmingham, England, and also about once a month I review albums for BBC WM radio in Birmingham, England. But as well as CDs, I also recommend music books, and these are my 5 favourite books of 2020 that would make great Christmas presents for your friends and family. Anyone that's interested in music is going to like these books. I'm going to start off with Fairport Convention. Every album, every song. Great guys in Fairport. This book is so concise, it literally tells you everything you want to know about every track that Fairport Convention have ever recorded. I think it was 2017, our band QUILL played the CROPREDY festival near Oxford, and which is run by the guys in Fairport Convention, and we so enjoyed playing to, I think it was about 23,000 people. Great show, we so enjoyed it. And hey, if any of the Fairport guys are watching this, next time you do CROPREDY, we would love to be on it again. Yes, good book. Okay, this is excellent too. It's called Bowies Piano Man, The Life of Mike Garson. Mike Garson was David Bowie's piano man, and he tells his story of all of the years that he spent on the road and in the studio with David Bowie, who was, wow, just amazing. And he, in a way, he had quite he played a big part in my life, really, without knowing it. Because when he first set out and he was just beginning to make it, he came to Birmingham, and two guys called Trevor Burton and Ace Kefford went to see him backstage and said, "We love, you know, you're going to make it so big. You're going to be so big. We would love to be in a. We want to make it bigger as well." And they asked his advice, and he said, "Well, just find the best players you can from your hometown. Rehearse like crazy. Go to London. Find yourself a manager." And that, you know, that's my advice. And that's what Ace Kefford and Trevor Burton did. And they got Roy Wood, and they got Carl Wayne, and they got me, Bev Bevans, and we became The Move. And we were mega successful and had a dozen hit singles, and a lot of it was due to David Bowie. And it's a good book. Now, like Fairport Convention, this is a very similar sort of book. Every album, every song by The Who. And what a band they were, one of my all-time favourite bands, The Who. Such an exciting band on stage. And the first time I ever met them, and the first time I ever worked with them, was extremely memorable, because it was the Windsor Jazz and Blues Festival in 1966. And it was the Saturday night, the night of the day that England beat Germany in the '66 World Cup final. And The Move, we stole the show. That was the beginning of The Move. And it was the first time I ever met The Who, and what great guys they were. Penultimate book, the Solo Beatles. So this tells you, again, every song, every album that the Solo Beatles recorded between 1969 and 1980. So you've got all the John Lennon albums, all the Paul McCartney albums, all the George Harrison albums, all the Ringo Starr albums. And some are good, some weren't so good. He picks out the best, recommends which ones you should listen to. Very concise. And again, going in my history, a night again that I will never ever forget, the night that my first professional band, Denny Laine and the Diplomats, when we opened for the Beatles at the Old Hill Plaza in the Midlands in England, and a night I'll never forget. Finally, my book of the year is Sympathy for the Drummer, Why Charlie Watts Matters. Obviously based on Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. And although it does talk a lot about Charlie Watts, of course it does, but for any Rolling Stones fan, this is a fabulous book. I thoroughly recommend it. It's, again, going back in my past, the Rolling Stones are there. In 1964, again, actually it was the last ever gig for Denny Laine and the Diplomats before he went to form the Moody Blues. And we opened for the Rolling Stones at Birmingham Town Hall in Birmingham, England. And then in 1967, when The Move had had 2 or 3 hits and were quite well established, but nothing like as big as the Rolling Stones, but we opened for them at the Paris Olympia, and that again, a very memorable night for me. And the guys in the Stones were so lovely to us, so friendly. Maybe Brian Jones was a little bit not as friendly as the others, but what great guys they were. And they're still going now, and they're still the biggest band in the world. And this will, any Rolling Stones fan, this will make a great book. So that's my 5 favourite books of 2020, music books. Great presents. And as I said when I did this album reviews, this will make a pretty good present too. Just go to the QUILL website, www.quilluk.com. And if you haven't seen our first TV show called QUILL Connect yet, do the same thing. Go to the QUILL website. On the first page, you'll find it says QUILL Connect. You just click on that, register, because then you'll get notifications of all future QUILL Connect shows and little videos and things like this. Just do that and watch the show. And as I said when I did the CD reviews, we are getting such lovely positive reviews from you guys about how much you loved QUILL Connect. Thank you for that. And anyone that hasn't seen it, please do watch it and recommend it to your friends. And once again, happy Christmas. Hey, and let's make 2021 so much better than 2020. Happy Christmas. Have a great new year.